all of my friends, and welcome to Couch Pilots, the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television pilots of the past. My name is Jason, but won't you please call me the Black Bigot? And next to me, as always, is my Archie Bunker. You know him as Captain Philip, rest assured. Thank you for being here, Captain. I love you.
Hey there, Captain Bigot. It's great to be here. I'm on Couch Pilots, and I'm not gonna fear, because everything I do today, it has to do with rap, because rap is the place to be. Remember Cool Mo D? Back when rap was before they started talking about drugs, started talking about whacking people. Speaking of which, Eminem, please don't ever release another album. Your surprise album was horrible.
Oh, was it?
Brand new surprise album came out. It was atrocious.
I heard about it, but I didn't hear any of it.
It was horrible.
Did you hear the whole thing?
I listened to the whole thing on the way to go get gear the other day. It was horrible. I was so disappointed.
How did you hear it?
Spotify.
The whole thing was on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
I am so out of it. Like, I don't even understand how music is released anymore.
It was a surprise album that nobody knew about. He released it, and the first 3 songs are pretty good. It went straight downhill because he was, he was gonna get back at all the people who have been talking shit about because his last album sucked. Well, guess what? You just made people mad, and your album sucked. Your new album sucked.
Okay, I got a couple things I gotta say about this shit. First of all, Eminem, he invented a new style of rapping. Mm-hmm. It's complex raps rhyming within one sentence.
Yeah, definitely.
He sold more albums than anybody from 2000 to 2010.
Yeah.
Like in that 10-year period in the United States, nobody sold more than him.
Right.
He has nothing to prove to anyone.
Then stop releasing albums.
I disagree with that. I think if he wants to and he wants to keep being creative and have that output, he should. But he doesn't have anything to prove to anybody.
It's like a baseball player who was in like you said, had a 10-year run where he was, home run champion, or what the best there was,
right.
The best there ever will be. Mm-hmm. And then he keeps playing, and he bats 130, and it tarnishes your legacy.
It does,
tarnish your
but
legacy.
At the same time, it's like, how old is Eminem? Say he's 42? Say he's 45,
yeah, 45,
right? Like, what else does he know? Is he going to go produce? Is he going to be happy with that? He needs to do things that he's happy with. He has all the money in the world. He's got all the accolades in the world. He needs to do whatever he wants to do.
Go into acting. Be a producer. Do anything, but
maybe
don't make shitty raps, because people don't remember Slim Shady right now, 2018. People don't remember Slim Shady. They remember this guy. He is so uncreative that he stole the cover of Beastie Boys' License to Ill. Oh,
I heard that was a major inspiration for this album.
I'd hope not, because License to Ill was a great album.
It was a great album,
yeah. Did you see the cover?
No, I don't. I know almost nothing about it. I heard the Beastie Boy reference, but that's it. I don't know anything else about him.
I'm going to show it to you.
Well, let me ask you this. Oh, you going to show it to me? Oh, that's 1,000%.
Yeah.
License to Ill, absolutely.
Yeah. No, thank you.
The tail end of a plane, which hits close to home for us.
Oh, yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Well, and I was very excited because I was like, "Ooh, there's a plane. I'm gonna
the plane, boss, the plane.
I'm going to be really into this." There was even a song called Kamikaze, which is the name of the album. I was like, "Oh, this is going to be great." He's going to talk about, and he talks about, in a way, being a kamikaze pilot. And by the time that song came on, I was so disappointed it didn't do anything for me.
I wouldn't mind hearing some of it. I don't keep up with modern music. Now, I think maybe I own one Eminem album. I don't know. I get it. I get his appeal. I want to ask you though.
He's very good at rhyming words that shouldn't rhyme together. Mm-hmm. The problem is his content then becomes whiny and self-deprecating to the point where you're like...
It's the problem with any artist, right? When you come from nothing, when you're obscure, you have everything to prove. And then when you have nothing to prove, what do you have left to rap about?
There you go.
Or sing about or create?
That's kind of like with us with podcasting.
Yeah, we've done it all.
We've done it all. We have nothing to prove, and we just...
Here we are.
We just get shit-faced now and do episodes.
Here we are tarnishing our legacies.
Yeah.
Oh, merciful heavens.
I think IBWIP had a legacy at one point.
I hope so. I don't know if I'm a part of that or not, but
yeah, I mean,
probably
it had a legacy. It was it. I'm a very humble guy, but I think at one point it was the thing to listen to hear amazing music,
sure,
and to get some laughs,
sure.
And then everybody did it, like rapping. Eminem was the first white rapper that was any good.
Yeah, it was him,
and now
V-Ice and Snow, right?
And now it's just people with tattoos all over their face, and it's just I don't know.
Yeah, it's hip hop is in a sad state for sure.
But it wasn't back in the day.
Oh, yeah. What is all this rap talk? Well, I tell you what, boy, we're doing a rap episode today.
Yeah,
we're getting funky fresh. Ooh,
ooh, ooh,
oh yeah, open brass.
Ooh, 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 poo, poo, caca. That's when Eminem was good.
Clap your hands, everybody. If you got what it takes. Well, I'm Jason T, and I want you to know that these are the breaks.
These are the breaks.
Listen to me now.
Hear me now. Listen to me later.
Do you pay $10 a month for Spotify?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now when you have that account, does Molly have that as well, or is it just for you?
I pay $9.99, so I have the family account.
Okay, so that gives you access.
She doesn't ever use it.
I don't pay that. I have Pandora. I get what I get, and I don't throw a fit. But I can't imagine paying that much a month and then like being disappointed with major releases like the Eminem.
But I can listen to. Well, to be honest with you,
please be honest with me.
Most of the music that I am into is not on there. To be honest with you, but it's good to have like, hey, for the summer, I'll pay $9 a month if I can listen to the Beach Boys like for hours out of the pool, you know. Or I can listen.
That's funny you say it because on Pandora, I have a Beach Boys station. I was listening to it today. Yeah, you saw that sticker on your head, wise ass. I don't know. All right. Well,
you're listening to the Beach Boys.
Sure. Yeah. Good Vibrations is one of the greatest songs ever created.
Pet Sematary is one of the best albums ever.
I love Pet Sematary.
It's a great album.
When that kid died and then they buried him there, and then he came back like slightly different. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, like the best.
Way to go, Brian
Posehn.
Way to go.
Brian Posehn, the rest of the Pet Sematary crew known as the Beach Boys. What a great album. You crazy fucks. Oh, mercy. Boy, I tell you what, we are creeping in on CouchCon.
CouchCon is coming up October 15th, and we are very excited. And I thought maybe what we should do is kind of go through the lineup of things that are going on.
I remember we did this last year.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, it was one of the highlights of our entire last year of Couch Pilots is you putting together this itinerary and me actually hearing what's going to happen throughout that con.
Sure.
So excited.
Well, as you know, it's going to be at Madison Square Garden on Monday, October 15th. Mm-hmm. October 15th, 16th, and 17th.
16th is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Sarah. I love you.
Why are you putting up the spade symbol?
No, this is Diamond Dallas Page. She's a big DDP fan.
Oh, is she?
She mainly yoga. She likes yoga.
Ah, that's cool. So Monday, we're starting it off with the VIP meet and greet with me and yourself.
These are the people who said, I know what Couch Pilots is. I love it so much. I'm willing to go that extra mile and pay that extra $1 for the VIP package.
Sure. So the VIP people can come in, do the meet and greet. This is Monday morning, and it's an autograph session, pictures. We just kind of. There is a line, and once the line is over with then we mingle, and then we go through the crowd and kind of just talk to people, and
get to be just like everyday Joes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Just because. Sometimes when you're famous, you have to ground yourself, That's right? And so this is a good way for us to ground ourselves.
Be common folk.
Bill Cosby is going to be the master of ceremonies.
I cannot get over this.
Yeah,
I grew up watching The Cosby Show, listening to those albums, watching picture pages, Fat Albert, all these incredible things that he's done. You're doing it. You're doing it, Peter. Listen, I can't believe that we have this legendary guy. Do you remember how much we got him for?
$300, I think, for the weekend. It was $100 a day.
Some people are like, "Oh my god, you got it for $300,000? That's a great deal." No. And they say, "What? You got him for 30 grand? 30,000? No. 300. Period.
We did have to pay for his room for those 3 nights, but we did not include that in the $300. But we paid for his room.
$300. I don't know what's going on with Bill Cosby right now in his life that $300 gets you him for the weekend.
Right.
But we have him.
Right, and so he's going to do an hour of stand-up. Mm-hmm. And so, the meet and greet's probably going to be 4 hours long to get through the line because we want every one of the VIP people to be able to get that autograph, get that picture. Yeah. There is no extra charge for those. I mean, I know at like Horror Fest and stuff, you have to pay extra to get.
No, there's no extra charge. We're not going to nickel dime you here at CouchCon. This is something smart that we were doing this year. Is we've hired a local photographer to come in and take pictures. So people aren't there fumbling with their phones.
Right.
They're going to take pictures. Everything's going to be posted online, and then you take what you want.
And you. There isn't even a charge for that.
No.
You get what happens is when you go up, we sign stuff, we say, hi, how you doing?
Yes.
Take a picture with you. That picture has a number, and then they give you that number, and then you go online. I think it's 3 weeks after is when you can go online and get that.
It'll be uploaded then. You can download it, and you know what? Print it up, send it to us. We'll sign it. We'll send it right back to you.
Right, and it's not going to have that that
like stamp across
that
it?
watermark. No.
It's going to be crystal clear. It's 1080p.
Right. So Bill's the master of ceremonies. He's going to do about an hour of stand-up. Monday's kind of an easy day. Like, for us on Monday, the VIPs are the important people. So that's where we're taking 5
You're
to 6
get the treatment.
hours.
You're going to get the full treatment that day.
And then Maid Marianne. Right, Ann.
Oh, we had Ann on last week.
Yeah, she's going to do her pole dancing exercise seminar. We did not get her to the pool like she requested, but
she wanted this cube, 6-sided clear swimming pool to do her routine. I was like, we don't have that kind of money. We're trying to keep costs down so everyone can come.
If we would have gotten that, then we would have had to charge for the autographs and the pictures.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
It's all about the fans. And so she's going to do that seminar. Like she said last week, there's a clear pole. It's full of liquid. It has glitter in it. And so, we're going to probably play some Buck Cherry while she does some.
Love Buck Cherry. We got them for $300 too.
Well, just the rights to their music.
Right.
So it's a very Buck Cherry-centric soundtrack.
So much Buck Cherry happening right then.
So much. And then, of course, we brought it back. One of the favorite things from last year, the singles mixer. Right.
A lot of people were clamoring for it, and who are we to deny them?
Right, because one of the things is, yes, you guys are there to meet us, obviously. Why else would we even have CouchCon?
Yes, yeah.
But the other thing is there's people want to meet other listeners. And there's a lot of, believe me, there is a lot of single listeners out there.
People always say to me, Jason, you're so successful in dating in your love life. How do you do it? And you know what I say? I say get involved with a group. Get a hobby. Go out there and be active in your community. Couch Pilots.
Don't be reactive.
No, don't be reactive. Be proactive. Couch Pilots is a community.
Sure.
When you involve yourself in this community, there are other like-minded people ready to mingle. And that's what this is.
Right. There have been hundreds of listeners who have connected outside of, Dee Dee and Lori, for Christ's sake. Chris and some other people. Tyler has gotten laid since listening to Couch Pilots.
Absolutely.
All right, very much so. I want to say a big shout out to Tyler. Trimmed that hair, trimmed that beard.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think that when I gave him that sexting advice, it helped.
I think he's gonna start laying some fucking pie.
Hello. So that singles mixer, we don't have a time limit on it. It can go as long as it wants. It's fine.
We have the ballroom all night.
all night. On Tuesday, this Tuesday is the bulk. Tuesday is where all the fat is.
Here's the meat of the feast, friends.
Tyler, speaking of, is going to do a seminar on the frequent flyer program.
Yeah.
He is an expert at it. He knows all about it. He knows how to get extra points, and he calls in and he downloads. He tells people about it. So Tyler is going to do a seminar for some of the noobs.
There are some people who will give us fan feedback here and there, and sometimes with a lot of frequency. Tyler knows when the multipliers are in place. Mm-hmm. He knows the best times and the best ways to accumulate frequent flyer points. What he's wanting to do for you folks at home is give that secret out to you so you can do the same thing.
Exactly. So we're really looking forward to that. And then after that, Jeff Simpson, right? He is going to do a handcrafted...
The Soap Man.
The Soap Man is going to do a handcrafted soap and the art of lovemaking while listening to Couch Pilots.
There's no secret. He listens to the program every week with his betrothed.
God, she's so beautiful, isn't she?
And they do whatever it is they do.
They touch each other.
That's their business.
We're not going to be inappropriate.
We're not going to get crude, folks.
But they touch each other. They in an intimate way, not in a like hardcore porn way.
This is a loving, biblical,
Yes.
Love is the key word.
Right.
And he is basically, just as Tyler is doing, Jeff is going to take all the information that he's accumulated on making soap and having sex.
It's amazing. It's amazing how he intertwines them.
Absolutely.
It's great. Then we are going to have the first ever Mach 1 speed dating competition.
Yes. People say, you come here for an hour and you're going to have 20 dates in 1 hour. That's basically like 3 minutes per date. We're going to crank that shit up to a Mach 1 speed, which we sometimes reach on Air Force One. And I tell you what, you come heavy to the speed dating, you're going to get 60 dates in 60 minutes.
Right. Hold on just 1 second.
What do you got going on there, buddy?
We got some issues. We're going to try to fix them here.
So if you're looking to find love, the speed dating Mach 1
sure.
speed dating,
now,
that's where you're going to find
usually
it.
they give you, like 5 minutes to, like, on a normal...
3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're doing it a minute and a half.
Yeah. I think you're going to find out whether or not you click with someone in the first 60 to 90 seconds.
Sure, definitely.
Right.
Looking forward to that. Then we're going to do the VIP show, which we do, again, every year. It doesn't go out to the common folk, as we say.
Yeah.
It's only for the people that are there.
You paid to come to CouchCon. You made the trip. Here's a little something exclusive just for you.
Right. And that show goes on for, usually we try to keep it like in an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah. This one, it goes until we're tired.
Basically what we're going to do is we're going to do an entire episode, and we're going to intermingle it with crowd interaction, questions,
Q&As.
Honestly, the last year I went about 3.5 hours.
You know what? It seemed like 10 minutes. It did not seem like 3.5 hours.
So much fun.
After that, DSJ is going to do his Feats of Strength. Now, this is something that you kind of set up.
We have talked about DSJ in the past and his involvement in Special Olympics and how he is a man of extreme amount of strength.
Sure.
And he's got a
retard strength.
Well, yeah, I would say so. So basically what we're doing here is we're setting up almost like a kind of a booth situation where you can come up to DSJ at his booth, and there'll be a kind of like a menu of different things that you can go head to head versus DSJ physically.
Yeah, and if you beat him, there's prizes.
If you best him, you're going to get frequent flyer points. You're going to walk away with a bundle.
Right.
So I say do your stretches. Go to the Marianne or the Ann pole dancing, stretch out, get limber, and then go take on DSJ for frequent flyer points.
If you think of, you remember the TV show Gladiators?
Oh, of course.
Right?
American Gladiators?
Yeah, American Gladiators. And then think about, when you throw that ball and the guy falls into the water.
Yes.
It's kind of in between that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
looking really forward to that.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Probably one of the main events, the thing that listeners have wrote in and said they're the most excited about is Tuesday night, Lori Garcia and Dee Dee are going to go head-to-head in a wrestling match in a ring tub pool.
It's an inflatable ring, essentially.
Right. Filled with banana pudding, and they're going to have a wrestling match, but not just any wrestling match.
No, each night at CouchCon has got a main event.
Sure.
This is the second night. This is the main event of the second night.
Sure.
Lori Garcia, long-time listener. Dee Dee.
First-time caller.
Dee Dee, a long-time listener from
Never
Australia.
caller.
Never called in.
It's expensive. I understand.
Yeah. And they are going head-to-head, one-on-one, mano-y-mano.
That's Spanish.
It is Spanish for the lovers. In a pool filled to the brim with banana pudding, reffed by DSJ himself.
If he has not burnt himself out on the DSJ Feats of Strength. He could, then we
we got to stand and ready to go.
We might have a surprise ref. We might have a surprise ref. You never know.
Yeah.
But he is scheduled to do it. I'm very much looking forward to this competition.
This is a big deal.
I think there's going to be a lot of touching that I want to see. And there's going to be a lot of stuff like, I'm like, ooh, ouch, ooh, ow. But there's going to be stuff I'm like, yeah.
This part of CouchCon exclusively will be videotaped and available for people to purchase after the fact.
In our Patreon. Yes.
So
it's a 7. People will be able to get that video if they donate $75 to our Patreon.
Yeah, it can be a one-time or monthly thing.
Sure.
We will.
And it's not just some shaky guy with a
No.
camera. I mean, there is HD. I do believe that Adam Z is going to do all the production value, so it might take a little longer to get the final product.
And there'll be some 3D aspects
Right.
to it as well.
Right. I think it's like a scratch and sniff. Even he said we could probably do.
Yeah, we're trying to evolve as many of the senses as possible.
Sure.
But basically, what this is a wrestling match, and the winner, on the next night as a headline event, I will marry.
Amazing.
I'm a single man.
Sure.
I've never been married. I'm always on the lookout for Mrs. right now. And you know what? I think at CouchCon, we're going to find out which super fan is going to get to marry me.
Right. And to me, seeing that wedding, I'm sorry.
Oh, but come on, buddy.
Well, I've always talked about how it was really important to me to be able to do the best man speech.
And you will. Absolutely.
And so, this is really important to me because, we're friends and stuff, and we've been friends for a long time, and I know that you have had a difficult time finding love.
There's been a lot of ladies. You've seen a lot of them.
There's been a lot of them in and out of these doors, but I think that... you watch The Bachelor. It takes
I watch it every week.
It takes 16 weeks, and they might not even get married.
Yeah.
You watch one wrestling match, and you know who your true love is, and that's why Wednesday only has 2 events. The wedding is in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. You don't even know who your bride is yet.
I don't know, but I know it's down to 2 people.
Right. You know what? In my opinion, you're a winner either way.
I agree 100%.
And then finally, after the wedding, sorry, I had to get myself together. After the wedding, DJ Kemo Slice is gonna host the reception. He's gonna play your favorite songs, and
he's in charge of all the merch up to this point too. But at the end here at CouchCon, he is DJing that big final event.
Sure, because he's the best. He knows how to get a party started. Like when he plays the chicken dance, everybody is on the floor.
What he does, first of all, he gets out the ones. And then he gets out the 2s.
Right. The one,
and then it's what?
What? The ones and the 2s?
I've never seen them both together.
And if you think that's going to be a bumpin' reception, I have something. We just confirmed it. I just got the contract signed.
Okay, what is this?
Big E is going to bring karaoke. Big E to the reception. There's going to be a karaoke competition.
That's my favorite show.
Karaoke roulette.
Oh, my gosh.
And the winner,
incredible.
The winner, of course, is going to get frequent flyer points.
Incredible. That's incredible.
So, I mean, that's 3 days of exhausting fun. People, stay hydrated. That's all I got to say.
Something we did not mention, too, for CouchCon is that a longtime guest of the show, Matthew, is going to be having a Lamaze birthing suite available for any of the pregnant CouchCon visitors.
And that's all 3 days. It's available at any time.
Yeah, that'll be available at any time. And he will be there to help guide childbirth if it rears its delightful, beautiful young head.
And it's not very much longer till DJ Kemo Slice has that baby, so it's probably a good idea that he pay attention to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captains have turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
You smell that? Do you smell that? Napalm, son. Nothing else in the world smells like that. I love the smell of napalm in the morning, you know. One time, we had a hill bombed for 12 hours. When it was all over, I walked up. We didn't find one of them. Not one stinking dink body. The smell. You know that gasoline smell. The whole hill smelled like... Hell, it smelled like victory. Someday this war is going to end. Couch Pilots.
Milo Notice.
The story of a cat and a dog.
Yeah, is a pug and a tabby cat. Mm-hmm. And napalm was, that's how a tabby cat came to be, is because of the napalm bombing, Agent Orange.
Right, before that, it basically...
And a pug is an Asian descent. Mm-hmm. So Asian Orange, a tabby cat, pug. Perfect. You know?
What? How? I defy anyone to describe Couch Pilots in a better way.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Today we discussed a pilot episode of Graffiti Rock from the year of our Lord 1900 plus 84. Now that was a great year.
1984.
That's right.
All right. So in 1984, I was nine years old.
And I was free. So,
yeah.
So that's
so it's early on in our lives.
I was very young.
Yeah. You were very young. I mean, were you walking by then?
No, I didn't walk till I was 12.
Okay. Well, when I was 9 years old, I was walking. I was talking, and actually, to be honest with you, I don't like to brag, but
this is where to do the bragging.
Okay, but in kindergarten,
yeah,
I was so bored with kindergarten that the kindergarten teacher started to teach me Spanish.
I think it came up before. Yeah. And how much of that Spanish have you retained?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Nachos, burritos,
6,
quesadillas,
7, 8, 9, 10.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It was well worth her time.
Because she said I was very good at rolling my R's.
Let's hear it. Ruffles
have ridges.
Of course. Is there a point that we just we get to know each other so well that we say, that's it, we have nothing else to know?
I think we should have one episode just like this.
We're just looking at each other?
Yeah.
That's very unsettling to me.
You know what? Probably be my most downloaded episode.
1984. What a great year to be alive. The pilot was released that year, but guess what? We need to go back there in our minds.
Or
we go back in our minds. That's the way to do it. Because if we didn't do it that way, then the rap was bad. Sorry, I wasn't ready. Go back to 1984 in our minds, and if we don't get there, we're going to be left behind. And I tell you what, right now, with my best friend, we're going to do this rap till the very end.
My name is Rest Assured, and that's what I got to say. I like when it's a sunny day. I watch the TV and watch a pilot, then I do a podcast, and I ain't silent. I drink too much when I rhyme. I drink too much when I rhyme. Booyah.
Booyakasha.
Wagwan. Wait. All of a sudden now I can't do
Ruffles.
Ruffles have ridges.
1984, that's when Graffiti Rock came out, and that's when we have to go back because we can't physically go back there, but it's not fair for us to judge Graffiti Rock based on current day standards.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
If we judge this show by the 2018 standards, you know what we are?
Stephanie.
We're just a fucking couple of sucker MCs.
I ain't no sucker MC, I'll tell you that right now. September 10th, first episode of daily syndicated version of Jeopardy with Alex Trebek as host. I have a note to play the Jeopardy theme.
Okay. Jeopardy. Alex Trebek has been the host the whole time?
Yeah.
That's been like 30 years, right? 34 years?
Oh, easily.
Dude, that guy found one job. And how is he still doing it? Like, don't you get bored of, dumb people?
I don't think they're dumb. I think the people on there are generally pretty smart. They say shit like...
pretty smart.
They say like Martin Van Buren and Sin Fine. They say shit like that, and it's like, I don't know
how
what that
Mark
is.
Kalkovecki?
Yeah, they say stuff like that. September 14th, first MTV Music Video Awards. Who wins the big prize that night, do you know? Seriously, take a minute to think. 1984.
Michael Jackson.
That's a great guess. You're wrong. I'll give you 4 more guesses.
Bon Jovi.
Not a great guess, but go ahead.
Oh.
That's not good.
It's the fuck out of me.
Hey, you want me to be honest with you? Okay. No. That's a great guess, Blake, but you're wrong.
Dire Straits.
Another good guess. Another good guess, but you're wrong.
I'm right there. The Police.
Wow, another really great guess.
Thank you.
That's a great guess.
Who was it?
Oh, you want one more or not?
The Cars?
That's right.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. What song?
Oh God, I don't.
Oh, really think about this. You got it.
I don't know. I don't know the names of the Cars songs. Oh yeah.
That's awesome. You got that on the 5th try. Like seriously, everyone you said were like these huge,
I was getting closer.
Huge hitters, and then the Cars were like kind of on the edge of greatness.
Yeah.
It's the You Might Think.
You might think You might think I'm crazy to hang around with you. You might think I'm delirious when all I want is you.
What's that guy's name? Rick Ocasek? Rick Ocasek was...
Sodomy is on trial.
You say
Sodomy.
Sodomy's on trial? Rick Ocasek was so ugly he should have been in the Ramones.
Yeah. No, I thought he was in the Ramones. What are you talking about? I'm glad I hit that.
That's awesome that you got that.
Thank you very much.
September 15th, Charlene Wells from Utah, age 20, crowned the 58th annual Miss America.
That's back when it mattered, right? When people weren't sexist and the Me Too movement and stuff. It's like that's when hot bitches barely made it through the question and they got to the swimsuit competition. That's where we marked people.
Well, I don't understand how that's still around with all this like women's lib shit. Like we're still judging women based on how they look in bathing suits.
And I never do that.
I will say I absolutely do that. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't understand how it still exists.
I don't know. It's a moneymaker, maybe? I don't know.
Shake your moneymaker. That's what I always say. All right.
They're always so stupid. They're always like their answers are dumb.
Oh yeah, like every few years there'll be like a viral video of them being asked a question about how like to solve a crisis in Afghanistan.
They're like,
I think you should love everyone, and President Osama should send rice and beans.
I think that the wall in which the tariffs are going to build is probably pretty good, but I think Kim Ji-won is a great basketball player.
That's the kind of shit you're going to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
It's entertaining. Why did we choose to watch the Graffiti Rock?
There's 3 simple criteria when it comes to a pilot. The first one has to be that it was a one and done. Nothing ever been done before or after. Never went to series. Come on, folks. Whether it aired or not, is it relevant? Relevant. Number 2. That's what I'm going to do. Number 2 is it has to be found on the internet. Back in 84, there was no internet. But now, we go to number 3. Break it down. Number 3. Number 3. It had to be free. It had to be free. Just like we are in America and not in Russia. We're free.
That's right. It's just that simple, folks. Where can you find the entire episode to watch for yourself? Well, you can find the entire episode of Graffiti Rock by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on or go to YouTube. And you know what to do, Tube.
If you would just do a period.
Go to YouTube!
DSJ, Ann's down there. Oh, look at little DSJ JR. He's waving his little cones.
They're
today.
A family.
They are. You know what? I think they're trying to fight being a family, but I think they are a family.
Love will bring them together.
Love will bring you together. Extra chromosome.
Summary of the pilot. Graffiti Rock resembled a hip-hop version of the popular television dance shows at the time, such as Soul Train and American Bandstand.
I am giving this a B- because they're missing the greatest ever show on TV in the same genre.
Are we ready for this? Are we going to do it now?
Dance Party USA. Dance Party USA, the greatest ever.
This was in my notes. I know in the past you had talked about
Jennifer Emerson.
I think it was Kelly Ripa starred on this show, right? Wasn't it Kelly Ripa? And you had said that you were dating a girl, and you would either like watch it together or on the phone with each other.
Yeah, we would go home because we lived in different parts of the town.
Okay.
We would get off the bus. We would run home. We would call each other, and we would watch Dance Party USA. Her name is Jennifer Emerson. Right now, she lives in a high-rise in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. She is a famous interior decorator. She's super pretty, although she's had a nose job. And I miss the boat.
How old were you when you were with her?
6th and 7th grade, probably.
Oh, so there's nothing really happening physically.
Well, something did happen.
Did you go out there to visit her?
No. But something did happen during that time. My mom and my stepdad got married. Mm-hmm. They had their wedding reception at our house. Jennifer Emerson came over. Bada boom, bada bang.
Oh, boy. 6th and 7th grade?
Yeah. It was a nice. She probably remembers that. I was going to send her that link till I just told her about the stinky pinky that I got.
I was thinking that...
Yeah. She's pretty. You want to see a picture of her?
No.
Yes, you do. Go ahead and talk. I'll show you a picture of her. We're friends on Facebook.
My daughter's in 7th grade, and I don't want to think about that.
She has a different last name now.
My daughter has my last name.
I don't know why they did that.
Oh, God, that's upsetting.
Damn it. I don't know what her...
I just think about your dirty, disgusting fingers. And then, like, oh, my God.
What are you talking about? What do you mean my dirty... Oh, yeah, she's self-employed. I'm going to show you 3 pictures. Picture number 1. Okay.
She looks pretty good.
Hold on. Picture number... What number are we on?
That's 2. It was right after 1.
Oh, picture number 2.
You know, I'm looking at this on a small cell phone from about 3 feet away. I will say from this distance, it looks great.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you a picture of where she lives now.
All right.
Oh, here's a picture that you would like. That girl used to like me. A long time ago, that girl that girl used to like me. Can you believe that shit?
No, I don't.
It really happened.
Everyone has regrets, Blake.
No remorse, no regret. I was going to try to find a picture of her living situation.
It's called Dance USA, right?
Dance Party USA.
And this is a show. Right. It was a dance. It was a dance version of a show just like this, except you said there was some sort of like interwoven teen drama.
Right. So they and spoiler alert, Graffiti Rock had the same thing, but they introduced teenagers that were on every week or every day.
Right.
Okay. And so they had ones that dated each other, and then you know what I mean. And they just there was probably 10 of these dancers that were there every episode, and you got to know them. They interviewed them, and you found out about you put 2 and 2 together, and they were dating and stuff. And so so that was.
Do you watch this every day? How long?
Yes, I watched it every day. It was an hour long.
But for how long? Like a year, 2 years? How long was this show on?
Well, I don't know how long it was on, but I probably watched it faithfully for probably a year.
Was this on like the USA Network
yes,
or something? Was it really?
It's called Dance Party USA.
Okay, awesome. That's something that I missed the train on, definitely. But I can understand its appeal.
Would you like me to tell you all about it?
Yeah, I would. I really feel like Kelly Ripa was part of it. Am I wrong?
I haven't got there. Okay, here.
I'll get
Dance
to that.
Party USA, 1986. So 1986 to 1992. It was on a long time. I don't think this is the right one. No, this is not the right one. This is not the right one. Maybe it is. There's multiple ones, but yeah, no. Dance Party USA, great show. Yeah, it was the right one.
Kelly Ripa was on it.
Okay.
In like back in '86.
Yeah, when it was first time.
And she was listed as a dancer.
Yeah. So, but they had there was 2 really cool ones. It was kind of like on Saved by the Bell, Zach and that other girl. What was her name?
Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
Baby.
So it was they were just like them, and they were dating and they were dancing, and sometimes they had drama and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I instantly sunk my fucking life into this fucking thing.
This pilot?
This pilot. It may have been rough, but it's always a smooth flight for me.
Hey, hold on. I say that shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I want to go ahead and tell everybody that I did, for the first time, I think, in probably 156 episodes, I requested a pilot be done.
Yeah, you don't do that very often.
No, I sent you a classically blue link.
Yeah, you did, and I acted on it immediately. Hey, do you want to talk about Dance Party USA a little bit more while I take a pee?
Sure. Okay, so Dance Party USA was on the USA Network, and it was probably 4 to 5 o'clock, maybe 3:30 to 4:30. And it just like you would think, just like American Bandstand, just like Soul Train, it was a big stage with plenty of different platforms, okay? And they had teenagers in the 80s dancing to popular music at the time. There was a host, and he would go around in between songs, and he would talk to each, not to every dancer, but he would talk to each one of these quote unquote regulars, and you got to know them, and it got to be your favorites. You know what I mean? So, like, if you watch this show on a regular basis, you had your favorite dancer, like, oh, Michael is my favorite because he's so cute, or oh, Denise is my favorite. I love the way she dances or the way she dresses. You had the ponytails. You had what are those socks? The leg warmers. You know what I mean? So every they had different styles. There was the urban kid who put his hat on backwards and wore his Adidas with the big, huge tongue sticking out and with the big laces. You had your preppy kids. So you didn't have any stoners or burnouts, but it had every kind of class of teenager at the time. And again, all it was an hour long where they would play a song and they would just have different shots. They would focus on these two people dancing, then they would cut over these other two people dancing. And that's how you got to where you found out about them. And there was no social media back then. If they had Instagrams, or they had Twitter pages, they would have blown up. But the only way you could see these people was to tune in every day to Dance Party USA. Thankfully, Jason's coming back on the mic. Or he can stand there, and I've talked a lot about this. All right, so this is what happened. I'll tell you the story. So me and Jennifer Emerson, which is not her name anymore, we would run home. You fucking asshole. We would run home, call each other on the phone, and we would watch the show, and we would talk about it. We would like, oh, look, there's Jesse dancing with Monica. Ooh, last week he was dancing with, Denise. What's going on with that?
Was this a thing or a lady's like, you know what I want to watch? I want to go.
Oh, yeah. It was completely. Jennifer Emerson loved Dance Party USA. We started to date, and I started to watch it with her.
But sometimes a lady will be like, you know what
I'll be right back.
Oh, you got to go to the bathroom too now? Well, something I having no frame of reference for Dance Party USA, I think it's kind of like if a lady goes, hey, you know what I want to watch tonight? And the guy's like, oh, Jesus Christ, what do you want to watch? And she says, I want to watch The Notebook. And the guy's like, I don't want to watch that fucking shit. But he'll say yes because he knows it's what the lady wants. Then maybe he wants to make some time with the lady. And by make time, I mean put your hands in her. Like if you want to put your hands in a lady, then you'll watch A Notebook. Anyway, that's what I think Dance Party USA is. I don't think any adolescent boy in his right mind is like, you know what I can't wait to do is go home after school and then watch a bunch of kids dance on TV. No, what a kid wants to do is he wants to play his Atari, or he wants to go outside and throw a ball at a neighbor's window. That's what he wants to do. But when it comes to Dance Party USA, that's lady influenced. It's anyway, it's like the Grey's Anatomy of for adolescent kids in the 80s. Anyway, I can't imagine being a boy about 12 or 13 and under your own volition wanting to watch it.
Well, but here's the thing, by watching this,
yeah,
you knew you were going to spend that time on the phone with her, and
you're making time.
You didn't have to organically make conversation. It was right there for you. And at that age, it's that awkward age where you don't know what to talk about. There was times where you at that age, you call a girl on the telephone and you'll talk for 2 hours and you don't say anything, or there's silence or something. You're like, you get off the phone. Oh no, you hang up. But this, it gave us a reason to have a conversation, which spawned off into, oh, well, why do you like that person? Or, oh, you know what I mean? You found out about each other by watching this show.
Yeah. No, actually, there was a girl I had a crush on, and one time we spent all night on the phone with each other, 6 hours. 6 hours.
Yeah, I've had those. Ugh.
And I still kind of have a little crush on her. I saw her in Nashville when I was down there.
Right on. Yeehaw.
Yeah. Anyway, she was still super cute, but she's married and has a kid now. But she wasn't there with them; she was by herself.
Nice. You should have took advantage of that.
I don't know.
There's plenty of bathrooms in Nashville.
Maybe in another life. Anyway,
but if you think about it, right now, just envision a female that you talk to on a regular basis. Okay, you don't have to say a name. a female that you talk to on a regular basis, could you sit on the phone with that person all through the night for 6 hours in the middle of the night? No, you couldn't.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know. I'm a pretty good conversationalist. But that
really?
is,
Well, maybe you should bring that to the show.
what a piece of shit. Interesting facts, fuck you.
Interesting facts. Guys, one rule only. Guys, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
You heard the captain, kids. Don't do it. You want to spit in his face? Be my guest. See what happens to you.
I'll punch your fucking lights out. Basically, Apple Podcast says, hey, if you have a podcast, you have to have segments. You have to have segment names. Jason said, hey, let's name this one Interesting Facts.
We don't make the rules, folks.
He, those guys on the Challenge podcast, they didn't know about the rule that you had to, they didn't know you had to name your, that's why you guys only get, that's how you guys only get 100,000 downloads an episode. Try to do it the way we're supposed to do it. You'll get 7.
Yeah, play by the rules, see what happens.
Yeah. Jason's going to tell you some facts about this show that you probably didn't know.
You'll wish you'd known it, but you don't know it.
You probably never even heard of this, but he's going to dig deep and tell you. The thing is, you don't want to talk about these facts. Don't give your opinions about these facts. Don't say, hey, that fact was interesting. That is a cardinal sin. Conrad doesn't do it. Oh, yes, he does do it.
You don't want to tell people because you don't want to taint their experience. Just like our founding fathers said, we have these certain unalienable rights, and if you want to go against that and taint someone's experience about how they perceive it,
don't taint it.
That's highly disrespectful.
You know the song "Tainted Love"?
Yeah, I've heard it.
The original was "Tainted Facts."
Was it really?
Mm-hmm. Tainted Facts.
That song sucks. Aired June 29th, 1984.
Okay, right in the middle of Have a Summer.
Oh, let me just say this really quick. I have a ton of facts.
Really? That's awesome. I'm willing to record for an extra 5 minutes to hear all these.
And you will. The show aired on WPIX Channel 11 in New York City and 88 markets around the country to good Nielsen ratings. Fact.
Okay. All right.
Michael Holman originally wanted Fab Five Freddy or Mr. Magic to host the show, but neither were available, so Holman hosted it himself.
Fab Five Freddy, won't you tell the young brother? we could just sit there and do that all day.
We were really getting into it, I think.
We're 50 minutes into this episode. We're killing it.
Holman was the manager of the New York City Breakers, but the Breakers almost refused to perform when a SAG representative told them that they should not perform unless they were paid more money. Holman convinced them to perform for the little money that he could afford to pay them. So he was the manager. And he says, I know what SAG says. You know what SAG says, Screen Actors Guild. But listen, we're starting a revolution.
Right.
And you need to come heavy with this shit if you want to make a name for yourself.
Right, and if you want people to see you and know that name, be on it, make the sacrifice.
That's absolutely right. Cool Mo D and Kevin Keaton were in the group The Treacherous Three along with Lamar Hill. According to Hill, he stole Cool Mo D's money and spent it on drugs. Cool Mo D was so disappointed that he did not allow Hill to be on the show.
Holy cow! That was the first rap beef.
Yeah, you and I watched Graffiti Rock, and we saw that Cool Mo D and Special K kind of emceed parts of the show,
right?
And they were known as the Treacherous Three. But we say, look at them. There's only 2 of them there. This is what happened to the third guy.
Wow, that's
a fact.
That's a fact. I mean, can't say anything about it, but because guys,
don't say anything.
Just
on
don't
it, guys.
do it.
Don't do it. Michael Holman and Vincent Gallo. I don't know if you caught this. You know Vincent Gallo? They were bandmates in a group called Gray, along with Jean-Michel Bisquat.
No.
Okay. Vincent Gallo is a man who's gone on to independent film fame.
Okay.
And he was in the show. He was sitting next to Michael Holman at one point, and he introduced himself as Prince Vince.
That was the guy who was sitting next to the black girl that had the red glasses on?
I can't remember exactly.
I think was it about the outfits where they were talking about their style?
No, this is a white guy. Prince Vince is a white dude.
Okay, no, I know who you're talking about now.
Okay, yeah. And he had starred in such films as
Dog Day Afternoon.
Dog Day Afternoon, of course. Interesting fact. Buffalo 66 with Christina Ricci. Hi, Adam Z.
Okay.
And then also there's a film called Brown Bunny where he was notoriously actually blown by non-pornographic actress Chloe Sevigny on the film.
What was the name of that show?
Brown Bunny.
And where can I find that?
Actual oral sex was performed on
Bunny.
non-pornographic actors for the realism. Brown Bunny.
All right.
A segment of the show was sampled on the Beasties Boy LP, Ill Communication. Second time that's come up. Fact.
What?
Fact.
Guys, don't say anything. Just don't do it.
I can see you biting through your lip. The show has become an important must-see for hip-hop enthusiasts alongside such titles as Wild Style and Beat Street.
Okay. I've got an interesting fact that I think, I didn't research it, but I have an interesting fact. Can you want me to say it now? Or you want me to wait till we break down the pilot?
You can see me right now, right?
Right.
When I'm done with the interesting facts, I will raise my hand up into the air.
Okay,
and then at that time, unload all of your interesting facts.
I have one that it's an interesting fact that I don't know for sure is true.
Okay. This is the final one, by the way. Holman was inspired to use the title Graffiti Rock by a live hip-hop event in the Lower East Side of New York City created by Henry Chalfant years earlier, also called Graffiti Rock.
Okay. I do believe that if you watch this pilot, you will see one of the breakdancers from Breakin'. One of the main characters from Breakin'. I think.
That's pretty dicey to put on interesting facts.
But I think it's true. I would probably...
You put your mama on it?
I put my mama on it. I put my mama on it. I put my mama on it. All right. Does it smell like bacon in here?
Something smells good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. There's something I was wafting that
I think
smells
it's bacon.
Oh,
There's
man.
a lot of bacon being made lately.
Is this part of that free meat you got?
No, it's a part of a new diet that my wife is on, and she makes a lot of bacon, and I'm out of bacon now. From the free meat.
Interesting facts over.
Woo. ... Great job.
Thank
That's
you.
Probably, you really stepped it up.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Twitter responses.
I got a Twitter response. A Twitter response for this pilot. Jason goes on Twitter and contacts people been on the show. Guess what? That he wants to know what they know about this pilot.
No, they're all as dead as Jam Master Jay. I'm sorry. I love Low Blow Podcast.
What was I supposed to do today?
Record a show?
Damn. Oh, you know what? I'll check my day planner. Let me get that. Oh, it's right here. Just look through. Record a new ad for the greatest podcast.
Just record
of
an
all.
episode. Don't worry about an ad.
Well, it's the Low Blow
Commentary
Podcast
on
where myself,
promos.
Adam Z, Dave Rowan, and sometimes Kristen Naomi Garcia
never.
the internet for all the
She
news
doesn't talk to him
mainstream
anymore.
media doesn't want you to know. Talk about Star Wars and Marvel films because those are the only reviews we do. Pick on Florida because it wouldn't be this show without Florida.
Because it's easy content.
So search us on all
right?
your favorite podcasting app of choice and at lowblowpodcast.net. Appropriately inappropriate.
Oh! In my opinion, if you want to be in
best.
comedy and you want to be the best,
Yeah.
don't pick Florida. That's low-hanging fruit. Pick Kansas, right? Start only doing, Adam Z, if you ever do another episode, I want you to do 5 episodes in a row where you only do Kansas news stories.
I just want Low Blow to come back.
I know, me too, but
I keep refreshing my
Ejaculating?
feed and ejaculating, and I don't see any new episodes of Low Blow. I wish it would come back. I love Adam Z. I love Dave Rowan.
Oh, he's the best.
He's my only gay. I used to date a girl who was in theater, and she had all these fags hanging around. And I love those guys.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of great. They're
fun.
They're a lot of fun.
They're fun.
But I don't have that anymore. So that's why I need Dave Rowan in my life.
Do you think that you like gay guys because you know that they're looking at you? You're not getting attention from girls, but hey, I'm getting attention from guys, and they're pretty cool.
I can't tell you how many of those.
Tell me that there's not a part of you that's around, getting attention.
I can't tell you how many of those guys I kissed while I was
Yeah.
dating that broad. So,
But tell me that you don't get a little bit of satisfaction.
I think when I tell you that I kissed them, I'm telling you there was a certain amount of satisfaction.
Thank you. I can't get no.
All right. Well, come back, Dave Rowan. You're my only connection to the homosexual culture, and I miss you greatly. Adam, come on, man. Come on, buddy. Listen, now it's time for me to set the... Here,
Take that, Chris.
I thought you were only
Chuckley.
drinking 2 of these.
200.
All right, so now I'm going to set the clock for 10 minutes.
We're breaking it down already?
Oh, yeah, this is
Oh,
time,
shit.
baby.
Okay.
It-
Because we're only an hour into the show.
The clock has started. First of all, the summary is right. This is a American bandstand. It is a solid gold radio,
Right.
whatever it is. But it's for the hip hop era.
Right. There's different platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a very simple set.
Yeah. Very simple set. Yeah. And
You got a DJ in the middle.
he starts scratching right off the bat, and there's this rap theme song, and they explain during the theme song breakdancing and scratching, right?
Yeah, this is almost like an education in hip hop.
Right. Because this is new. This is when hip hop was still coming out, was new.
Wasn't done before. We'd
No.
never seen anything like this,
No,
right?
And so a lot of the markets probably didn't know about rap. They want to promote rap. That's what they want to promote. They want to spread it across the nation. But they have to teach the kids of today,
Yeah.
white and black.
This is in New York, right?
Right.
We want to spread across the nation this new culture. And basically what you're going to get here is you've got Special K and Cool Mo D.
Yeah.
And they open the show, and then they kind of say, hey, this is what's going on. And they have a robot who introduces everyone that's going to be on the show.
Yeah, and it's hard to understand the robot's voice. Like, it's overdone. Right? And they introduce, like, who we're going to have. We got Special K tonight. We got Cool Mo D, and we got Run DMC.
And you know we got Shannon.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me
we'll get
started
there.
on Shannon.
Michael Holman, as we mentioned earlier, is your host.
And he is like an albino black person. Like he's like a Steve Urkel,
A mulatto.
a mulatto Steve Urkel.
He's a light-skinned black brother, but he speaks very plainly and not in like jive talk.
No, but it's rap though. He is rap.
Everyone speaks in rhyme. All of your
Thank
hosts
you.
are speaking in rhyme.
Right.
And the first song we hear is by Divine Sounds, What People Do for Money. That's what we're hearing right now.
Right. Oh, thank you.
We've got white people, we've got blackies,
I wrote that. I wrote whites, blacks, dancers,
we got Chinamen, we got Mexicans. Everyone here is rocking.
Right.
Everyone's represented.
and there's more men than women, right?
I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
And you during the songs, this is awesome. You got graffiti words popping up saying "fresh," just like boom right in your face.
Yeah, for no reason whatsoever.
Debbie Mazar, I don't know if you recognize her. This is one of the girls, one of the white girls.
Okay.
And she
Did she have Babe? Like the spray painted, like it was like a white sweatshirt with the sleeves cut off, and it's like spray painted Babe on it.
It might have been. I don't remember what she was wearing.
She was predominantly quite a few times.
She's a known actress. She's a character actress.
Yeah.
She's been around for a long time. She is in this dancing her ass off, and she is looking good.
and she did not get back to you.
No, I did. She actually did. I think like on Jimmy Kimmel like 10 years
Right.
ago. They talked about it. I sent her something, but she wasn't really
Yeah.
having it. But anyway, she's looking good, and there's some white guy doing the robot. It's just like all those other shows.
Right.
You're zooming in on kids doing these funny dances.
There's a black guy who's in the old invisible box, and they stay on him for a long time. It reminds guys right off the bat, you go nostalgia. If you're my age, 40 years old, like this is awesome. They do the song. You see a lot of the dancers. A lot of them are wearing gloves, whether they're white gloves.
I like that.
And there's a lot of Kangol hats,
Yeah.
just like LL Cool J, because LL was coming out right at this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, yeah.
for sure. And then the host.
These are all. Let me just say this real quick. There's a lot of like simple beats. There's a lot of scratching. Very elementary rhymes, like very
Right.
simple
Oh,
rhymes.
very simple rhymes.
And like a lot of women singing like the hooks. These are all hallmarks of early hip hop.
Definitely.
And then again, and you see the word word. The
Yeah.
word pops up.
Right.
And you know what? People be sweating. These motherfuckers be sweating.
For
right?
sure. Because they're on a hot stage, they're all dressed up. And now it's time for the New York City Breakers. Right?
This is one of my favorite songs from early hip hop. This is Planet Patrol. Play at your own risk.
Okay. This reminds me of when we drove home from fucking Comedy Bang Bang.
I was gonna bring
I
it up.
listened to this bullshit.
Bullshit. You're like fucking singing its praises here, but then you're shitting on me. I'm fucking ahead of my time, man. Anyway, this is where you have the New York City Breakers, the premier New York City breakdancing team, like one by one showing you what they got.
My favorite part is they would do a little dance, and then they would stop and point to the next person. That was vintage breakdancing, right?
Well, let me break this down for you. They're all dancing on these, like the floor clears for them.
Sure.
And you got Powerful Prexter. These moves are fresh.
I don't know all the names. I couldn't. Folks, I could not write down fast enough on this.
You got Mr. Wave. You got Glide Master. Action. You got Flip Rock. He be flipping.
I love Flip Rock.
You got Lil Lep. He be moving. You got Kid Nice. Totally on coke. And you got Icy Ice, and that motherfucker be slick.
And guys, this is your like classic moves.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I didn't see was the centipede. But other than that was like, you know, the windmill, the robot, and all that stuff. Like all the classic like breakdancing moves these guys hit. There was moves that like, you know, where they do like where they shuffle their feet.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, this isn't even a move, but you're like, you're fucking cool.
They're not stopping.
Right,
for anything.
yeah, they're just not stopping. And I love when they pointed to each other.
They all dance one-on-one, like you say, pointing off to each other, but then they finally come together kind of as one thing at the end.
It's a long segment.
At the end, they like strike poses, and they are some hot shit, right?
Here we go.
Out to commercial?
No, before that, my wife goes, they're wearing stirrup pants. If you watch this, most of the dancers are wearing stirrup pants so their pants don't fall down.
That makes sense to me.
So, high five that shit, Miles.
They go out to commercial, and this is the first of several where it says definition. Again, this is learning people. This is educating folks on the hip-hop culture, and it says definition hip-hop.
Right, but right before that, Kumo D and Special K like do a segue out of the rap. They're like, we'll be right back for you. You know what to do. I mean, it's just, you know, and then you said the hip hop comes up. They actually have text with the definition of it.
The definition is hip hop. It says the name for a subculture of breakdancers, rapping MCs, scratching DJs, and graffiti art. Anyway, now we introduce GQ Jimmy Jazz.
No, before that, we got to go back because the host.
We got 3 minutes left.
Shit. Let's break it. Let's do 15.
We're not breaking it.
So they introduce the DJ, and the host explains what scratching is. And he's like, don't try this at home on your daddy's records.
Yeah. And apparently GQ for the Jimmy Jazz stands for good quality. And the next song is Hey DJ. And this is where they start to introduce kids. They say they got Normski, which is a white dude. You got Josephine. She's pretty cute. You got a couple of guys in hard hats and some pop collars. Some guys,
not like, hard hats. Those are the
Kangol, but they look like hard hats.
Yeah.
Some dude is waving from his crotch.
I wrote,
this is awesome.
Crotch wave. High five that shit. God, I love this.
You got Joseph. He's cool. The word "cool" pops up when he goes. You got Michael Holman, the host of the show. He's talking to Monique and Vince Prince, who is Vincent Gallo.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
They introduced Jam Master Jay and Run DMC, and to me, this is kind of a big deal having Run DMC here.
Yeah, this is a huge deal because this is right, like at the cusp of like right at where Run DMC blows up, right? Like,
oh, for sure.
They're known, but they're not huge, but they're known.
I mean, if anyone's gonna break, it's these guys, right. and they totally got the right guys to be on the show. Anyway, and they do sucker MCs, and the rhymes are funky fresh. And you know what? Guys, black guys with sideburns, come on, that's just the best.
Right. And this is back when rap was about rapping. Like, the DJs rapped about how good of a rapper they were.
They weren't talking about money or bling or fucking. They're talking about how good of rap.
They weren't talking about money. They weren't talking about bitches. They weren't talking about drugs or shooting each other.
The performance is on a small set with kids dancing around. I mean, I just thought, how cool would it be to want to be one of those little shits dancing around? They're all in black. They wear the hats, the gloves. Hell yeah. Michael Holman, he goes on to talk to Run DMC after the performance, and he reintroduces Kool Moe Dee and Special K as the Treacherous Three and says there's a war brewing. And they start rapping all together.
Yeah, they do a rap battle. And, like, compared to nowadays, this rap battle is as lame as it gets.
All this rap is, like, goofy compared to now. But I like the simplicity.
Oh, I love it.
They go out to commercial. They say definition, fresh. What does fresh mean? It's the hippest, newest, most together unique. Right?
Right.
And then here's a song. The next song that is "Let Me Love You."
Before
by
that,
the Force MDs.
Okay, but before this is where Dino and Rosemary talk about their fresh looks. Rosemary is just
right after
she looks like she's 36, and the only thing she has to say about her outfit is about the Adidas with the extra wide shoelaces.
Yeah,
and Dino talks about his glasses, his
Blake, where are they from?
from Brooklyn, right?
No, they're from Money Making Manhattan.
Oh yeah, Money Making Manhattan.
They're wearing Adidas.
They're looking fresh.
Fresh fashion, fat laces, Kangol.
Thank you.
And then he says, I sport at Fresh Homes. He's
Right.
like, what's your style? He says, I sport at Fresh
Right.
Homes. Oh, and that's 10 minutes.
But we have one more thing to discuss.
You got 1 minute, buddy. You're getting a bonus 1 minute.
All right.
That is it.
So then they introduce Sharon, who lip syncs the song, and her boob almost falls out. I don't know if her stomach has stretch marks, but her shirt, but she's kind of hot. She's kind of hot for a black girl.
Oh, she's cute for sure.
And there's
no
one.
doubt.
God damn it! Watch this just for this one. There's one guy who is dancing. If you're looking at the screen, is dancing to the right of her, right? And he ends up being like everybody moves away from him.
He dances in front a little bit and then back.
No. He's dancing the side the whole time, and he is obnoxious. And
this is what I say about Shannon. The song is fresh, but the performance is whack.
Oh, it's whack. It's lip syncing and everything.
I've never heard of this broad.
I never heard of it.
After that,
at first when I heard this rhyme right here,
yeah,
it reminded me of a famous. Dun, 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 dun. It reminded me of something, and then she started singing the honk. I was like, I don't know.
You know what I find a lot in these old school raps is they recycle a lot of the beats a lot. You cut to Cool Mo D and Special K. They go out to commercial. They say, definition, what does chill mean? It says, the chill out, the act of calming down, keeping under control, and staying cool. Michael Holman thanks the guest, graffiti artist Griff.
Yeah.
That's just at the last second pops up. Everyone dances out. Special K and Cool Mo D rap it out. The music consultant is DJ Africa Bombado, which is the shit. You know them?
Nope.
They're the fucking bomb. The end. Oh my God. Is there turbulence here?
Please remain seated as we are now crossing a zone of turbulence.
I don't know about you, but I love Shannon. Blake.
Shakira? No.
This is where my note says to ask you about Dance USA, but we already talked about it.
Oh, God.
So what I will say is that if you like this kind of culture, if you like this hip-hop New York 1980s shit, which I totally get, it's awesome. I'd love to be a fucking fly on the wall back then.
Right.
There was a 45-minute behind-the-scenes bonus feature thing on YouTube if you're interested in more. It's a good featurette. It have a lot of, like, behind the scenes, like kind of rap, just like in super like stripped down environments with people in clubs. And there's a good featurette at the end, like a local news did on Michael Holman and some of the people working with him at the time.
Can you send me that link so
Sure.
I can attach it to the show notes?
Totally. It's a really cool bonus. I watched. There's 45 minutes. I bet I watched 10 minutes of it. I kind of skipped through it a little bit to watch it. There was some interesting stuff in there.
Nice.
Graffiti Rock. You recommended it. Where's the turbulence?
God damn. It's hard for me to find
turbulence.
I have one bit of turbulence. Mm-hmm. The host.
Okay.
The host to me was not energetic. He should have either been black or not black. You know what I mean? Like in his he looked like Steve Urkel, like a mulatto Steve Urkel, and I just didn't get the like rap feel from him. You know what I mean? So to me, turbulence wise, besides Shannon's lip syncing, but that's
rough.
par.
Yeah,
that was par for the course. That's all I got. Is just the host.
Yeah, I can understand that for sure. But like
don't spill anything.
Michael Holman's is basically saying, I tried to get big names at the time. Fab Five Freddy, fucking Blondie raps about him, right?
No, yeah.
And I'm trying to get Mr. Magic,
Cool Mo D, for Christ's sake.
Well, no, but those aren't the people he scouted. He said, I want Mr. Magic or Fab Five Freddy. Rap is a truly American art form that came out of New York City in the late 70s, kind of birthed, oddly enough, from disco. There's so many disco influences in early rap. And they said, here is a culture how can we spread it across the United States? Who are these people, these landmark folks that we can hang our hats on and be the host of this thing that hopefully will spread like wildfire?
Wildflyer?
I'm sorry, I'm a little...
Wildflyer.
Anyway, those people said no. If Michael Holman wanted to do this, and to me, Michael Holman is a businessman.
Oh, sure.
Because he's the manager of the New York City Breakers. I don't know what talent he has, if any. Maybe he's got some. But to me, he is the businessman. He says, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
So he steps up to the plate.
And gives all he got.
To me, you got fucking Run DMC on your first episode? That's
Dude.
what you need, man. Sometimes we talk about shows don't have a good enough storyline, or they don't put the right characters out there. They don't give it their all for one episode. What else are you going to give but Run DMC on your flagship episode, right?
Yeah. And the New York City Breakers.
What?
And the New York City Breakers.
Yeah. Totally. So when it comes to Turbulence, I'm having trouble.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble because I think this is...
Do you think the host was a little lame? I mean, if he was the producer, fine. But on front of the camera...
I think he might have been the right host.
Come on, Jason.
You don't want someone who's like too black. I know that's not PC to say, but you don't want someone who's too black. You don't want someone who's like speaking too much jive. This guy is speaking like a white guy speaks, but he's conveying the black culture. You know what I mean? Like to me, he's the right messenger for this shit.
Okay. We can agree to disagree.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's not much turbulence.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, FCF Airport. Local time is 11:11, and the temperature is 69 degrees. For your safety and comfort,
I don't know, man.
please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until
Guys,
the captain
just don't do it.
turns off the fasten
Come on,
seatbelt
guys.
sign.
Come on.
Be cool.
Be cool, guys.
Oh, boy. Final Descent. This is where we say people know about Graffiti Rock.
Oh.
People know about it.
Really?
People talk about it. People are commenting on it. What are they saying? From IMDb. What does IMDb stand for? Do you remember?
International Male Dick Pics.
Yep. That's what it is. Those people, for whatever reason, are grading Graffiti Rock. What do you think the average score is on International Male Dick Beauty Pics? Whatever you said.
I think it's
Marianne, cut that fucking shit out. We're trying to record.
7.3.
Put that down.
7.3.
Don't interrupt.
7.3.
No, do not interrupt.
7.3.
No. It's 8.4.
Oh,
That's from 47 ratings. That's a lot of fucking ratings.
yeah, for sure. Compared to some of the stuff we do.
And that's a high score.
Last week, the show that we watched wasn't even on IMDb.
No. That's a pretty high score, don't
Yeah,
you
that's a
think?
very high score.
No critic reviews. It wasn't on Rotten Tomatoes, but there are some viewer reviews.
Let's hear them.
10 out of 10, way before its time. This is from July 9th, 2005, from Joanie Mack. This was way before its time. Showcased every aspect of the hip-hop lifestyle, rap, graffiti, and turntablist. Totally unconventional, even featured a battle with the Treacherous 3 featuring Kool Moe Dee. Probably didn't get picked up because it was a little too street, too raw, and definitely too black. But this was epic classic-ish. Run DMC lays down a classic performance, which included set in full graph mode. I'm not sure what that means. Debbie Mazar is a dancer, which I find completely wild. But that is typical of the New York hip-hop scene, then all-inclusive, all-encompassing, that featured every culture, as well as the melding of punk, hip-hop, and disco elements.
Wow. Good review.
5 out of 5 Graffiti Rock rating. I think it's a must-have. If you're from that area, or if you are just a hip-hop head at heart, it brought back memories as I was a kid. The extra features was a nice touch. You see Dougie Fresh, DJ Red Alert, Africa Bambaataa, RSC doing their thing. And
Dougie Fresh, that's in the 45-minute thing.
Yes, yeah.
I gotta watch that. I love me some Dougie Fresh.
The footage there is super raw in the beginning, but at the end it's a little bit more polished with Michael Holman. I'll read one more here. Graffiti Rock. I remember when this show aired in 1984. The only reason it wasn't picked up was the FCC didn't understand the slang being spoken on the show. That's why I'm so glad I finally found my own copy.
Nice.
I'm looking through these, and they're largely nostalgic, positive reviews of Graffiti Rock. I can't say that I blame them.
And if you could say you would blame them, you couldn't say
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, welcome to FCF Airport. Local time is 11:11, and the temperature For your safety and comfort,
What's that?
please remain
What'd you say?
seated with your
I
seatbelt
wanna wait till she's
fastened
done.
until the captains turn off the fasten seatbelt
One of the
signs.
things I didn't get to say is with rap nowadays, it's all about blunts, 40s, and bitches, right?
Sure, and all my bling blings.
Right. And only one time in this whole show did I hear anything like negative. And Special K says something about if you don't, you don't watch, you might get shot. That's the only time I've heard.
Okay, I
anything.
do remember that. Yeah,
But that's the only like serious like violence or anything I heard.
yeah.
I wanted to point that out.
Okay. No, you're right.
Okay.
This
Are you going through puberty on the episode?
no, it's a more wholesome time, right?
No, yeah.
Like you remember the Sugar Hill Gang?
Oh, yeah.
One of their first raps is like about a dinner they were eating.
Right. Did you ever hear about that guy that got kicked out of the Sugar Hill Gang?
No, what's that?
It's a character.
You don't want to get into it?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Oh boy, Graffiti Rock. What an interesting pilot. It's time to rate it, right?
Yeah.
Out of a scale.
I
of,
usually go first.
Yeah. Do you want to explain this scoring system?
Sure. The scale is based off of a 1 to 7, 7 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, and it's all categorized by the characters from the television show Wings. Roy Biggins is a 1, fat fuck, disgusting. Number 7, Brian Hackett. Exactly. Thumbs up when you do that, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of people in between. It doesn't really matter at this time. Jason, let me hear you give a rating for Graffiti Rock from a 7 to 1. Let me have it.
This is the right show at the right time. I don't know why this doesn't work. I look at it and what I see is a chupacabra.
Chupacabra?
I see a chupacabra. Is
Is that a black person in a Kangol hat?
No, it literally translates as goat sucker. Sorry, Dorian. Hip hop culture is blossoming right now, and they're taking advantage of it. Michael Holman, if he was the creator of the show, genius.
Yeah.
Why it didn't get picked up, I have no idea. The set is super simple. All you have to do is get up-and-coming hip-hop artists for virtually no cost to come and showcase themselves on the show.
And the dancing teenagers are $10 for the day.
Practically free. Absolutely. This is a super cheap show to produce. Put it on 3 to 5 times a week between 3 and 5 p.m. after school. Kids come home and watch us just like you did on Dance USA.
Dance Party USA.
And you're spreading
forget
this
the party
culture across the
Yes,
nation
yes.
at virtually no cost. I do not understand what didn't work here. I like it. I didn't love it, but to me, I can understand what the process is here, and you know what they were going for, and why it didn't work is completely beyond me. I give it a 6. This is fun.
Yeah.
This is a great hallmark of the time, and a great dip back into an awesome subculture.
Jason, there's a reason why we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Not only are we both the most handsome guys in our area,
All right.
which is why we have to hang out together. But we think a lot alike in a lot of ways. We
talk alike, and times we even act alike.
right. But there's a lot of things that we are opposite on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's we're a yin and a yang, but yet we get along.
Mm-hmm.
This show, I would say, even if I didn't give it a score, I would say, folks, watch this. Just watch it twice. Because just look at the dancers, look at the outfits, look at how they're dancing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just, it is nostalgia out the ass.
Right.
All right? Because I was 12, right? You were
6.
To see Kool Mo D.
No, I think you were 9. I was 3.
Yeah. To see Kool Mo D, Run DMC.
In their prime.
Before their prime. Like, they were just...
Pre-prime.
Pre-prime. You ever pre-prime before? Like, your wife's in the bathroom and she's washing up because you're going to have sex, and then you pre-prime yourself?
I've never been married.
Oh. But anyway, I digress. This is Dance Party USA. This is American Bandstand. This is Soul Train. What those shows did for music, this could have done for rap.
Yep.
I love the fact that I was listening to songs, rappers talk about rapping and how they're the best rappers. Not all the cussing, not all the shooting people or how many times I've been shot, not all about the coke or whatever, the bling bling. This is back when it was still wholesome. God damn it. I loved this show, except for the host. I'm giving it a 6.
Boy, we align once again. You give it a 6. I give it a 6. If there's only a third party here to make it the sign of the beast, but unfortunately it's not the case. And with that, we close the book on Graffiti Rock, and we will never speak of it again.
Ever.
But join us next time, won't you please, when we watch the pilot episode of The Plot Thickens. Here's a little something to wet your whistle. A game where 4 panelists in a set roughly resembling a courtroom sit opposite 4 suspects. They watch a film that runs about 10 minutes showing a murder story. They evaluate it and cross-examine the characters from the film.
Murder was the case that they gave me.
If one of them guesses the perpetrator from the clues offered and beats the one panelist who's a professional detective, a monetary prize is given.
I am so excited about this, and I can also tell you what's wrong with it right before I even see it.
Don't you dare hold your tongue, young man.
Damn it.
You can find the entire episode of The Plot Thickens by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes or go to YouTube.
Jason, just put 2 periods in there and you won't be hurting yourself. God damn it. Go to YouTube, folks, and you know what to do, too, because this asshole here won't put 2 fucking... Every week I say, put 2 periods in there, and you don't do it.
I don't listen to you. Go to couchpilotspodcast.com. Any way you want to get a hold of us, social media-wise, it's there. Call 910-PILOTS-1, 910-745-6871. All these different ways you're going to accumulate frequent flyer points.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Blake, do you have a message of positivity that you like to perpetrate onto our listeners?
Yeah, I have a special birthday shout-out.
Okay.
I want to give a big shout-out, birthday shout-out to Big E.
When's his birthday?
It's at the end of September. I have it written on my calendar.
Oh, you're laughing because you don't know the exact date.
No,
okay.
But I know it's the week of this drop, I think. It's the week of this drop. We love Big E. He's Big E.
He's the best.
He listens to every episode. He is one of those guys that still like he is excited about podcasting. Like he still loves to do it. He's a great friend. He shared his sister shared some pictures.
He shares his sister with us.
He shares his sister with us. He God damn it, his sister shared some pictures, and it took me back to like when we were like in grade school. Like there's a picture of us in grade school. You wouldn't know which one Big E was, but you know which one it was me. He had a rough month at the end of August there, right? But he's a cool dude, and I just want to give a big shout out to him. And hey, tell your friends that you care about them. Tell your friends you love them, and tell your friends what they mean to you. There it is.
It's pretty positive. I love Big E for sure. And with that, this pilot may have been rough,
but
it's
big erections. Oh, I thought that should have deserved a glass smash.
We'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip. We're looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near
I love you, Jason.
future. Have a nice day.
You know that, right? If I die tomorrow, this is all yours.
You think I want this?
Oh, no.
You think I want this?
The first 20 minutes of the episode is just out of one ear. Guys, support us on Patreon. We need a new mixer. Really bad. I got fuck you money, but I don't have podcast fuck you money.